Okay, 3, 2, 1, it's jam.
What is up, guys? We are back here in another video, and today, as you can see, we're sort of, I am currently recording over some Apex clips from who knows how long ago. I honestly, probably like a month or two ago. Don't know. So the clips are old. No matter. Today, if you can see the title of the video, we are talking about the art of killing a game. Hence why I chose Apex Legends as the background video. This is just going to be a yap sesh. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be me yapping. And I enjoy it. I think it's fun. There will be the new Descendant content coming out later. I'm hoping to do some streams next weekend. I'm recording this on Sunday, so who knows when it goes out. Yeah. I mean, the video is there for the video purposes, and it's just some random Apex content I got from a while ago. So enjoy that as you listen to me yap about the art of killing a game. And again, I believe it's fitting that we start talking about Apex Legends. So, now again, a slight caveat to this. First, I'm not using numbers. Numbers are for nerds. We are not nerds, we are nerds. But, I don't care about numbers as much. I don't care what the Steam charts say. I don't really care about all that. You can go look that up yourself. You can go find another video talking about all the numbers. Okay? I'm more thinking about the perception that I have of the game, the perception that I have found other people of the game on the internet, of course, so take that with a grain of salt. But usually if you find one person, harping about how bad a game is, and then it gets 20,000 likes, usually the video game community kind of bands together on that. So I'm going to continue, and I also have not played Apex legitimately for a little bit now, because it's been not great, and that's what we're talking about today. So I want to start with Apex. This game came out in 2019, and really popped off. It was great. It really hinged on the success of Fortnite, piggybacked off of that, the Battle Royale genre as a whole, that Fortnite was really becoming popular 2017, 2018, and brought a new twist. You have a little bit more realistic looking characters than Fortnite. You have, a little bit of blood, it's a little bit edgier, if you will say. And brought this element of, class-based shooter to Battle Royale. It really was a novel concept at the time. Of course, you can find these all over now, largely due to Apex Legends. That's great. But, years go on. It's 2020, the pandemic happens. Again, Apex is able to largely use this to their advantage. People are indoors playing video games. Updates continue coming out. New legends come out. All of that is happening as the pandemic, as people are locked down. Okay, cool. 2021 comes, and a trend starts to happen. You start to see a trend of that might be a problem. Legends coming out that aren't balanced. You saw Seer, you saw Horizon, or the legends that were bad. Revenant was bad when he came out. Fuse was bad when he came out. All of this, and nothing got done quickly. Okay, so the legends are a little wonky, and maybe not getting fixed as quick as we want. Well, at least there's not bugs. At least there's not map problems. Like the game is still flourishing. The game is still rising in popularity. The game is still doing great. The Battle Royale genre is definitely still alive. Fortnite was kind of dipping around 2021, if I'm not wrong. And people really kind of latched onto Apex for a little bit, because Fortnite was dipping, and before they had released some of their new stuff. So we continue to see Apex Legends really flourish, even if it has some problems. Every video game has its problems, right? But the storylines are fun, everybody's enjoying it. So really, I think problems started, and the biggest issue with Apex Legends, and then we're going to talk about some other games, comes in Season 11. And this is, if you haven't played Apex, or really at all, this was, I think, 2022, and it was like November. The new legend Ashe had just come out. First, Ashe wasn't that good when she came out. This was a Titanfall character. This was a really hyped up character. Everybody loved Ashe. She was so lore related. And the character wasn't that good. Okay, that's fine. Sometimes characters, not every character can be good, right? Well, I want to mention Ashe's kit is basically the same as it was from day one. So, this season is marked as one of the worst seasons in Apex, largely because there was no content. And I really do believe this has marked Apex's whole history. Low amounts of content actually being produced. This is when a legend was released. They had it was around Christmas, so maybe like an LTM a season, which a season is 3 months. And you know what? We have to also understand, when you are making a video game, who your audience is. Your audience is a bunch of people with ADHD. Let's be so frank. A lot of people with ADHD play video games because it stimulates. It's a stimulant. And I know me with undiagnosed ADHD, so maybe I can't say too much, but I know I really like it because it is stimulating. It has that factor. So when you're a 3-month period, you release one new legend, or in a video game example, release, because other video games have this problem, one new character, whatever, and you release one LTM at the halfway point, and all you're doing is promoting your battle pass, and all it is the same game. The balance changes don't shake up the game. They, to Apex's credit, it legitimately balances the game, but it doesn't shake anything up. There's nothing interesting. You change the amount of seconds Gibraltar's shield lasts, okay, like by 0.5 seconds. Okay, he's better now for competitive. He's more balanced for competitive. But that doesn't matter. That didn't shake up anything. In your main scene, which is normal people. So, go through Season 11. And really, honestly, since then, Apex has had the same problems. Like, I just described to you what every single season of Apex Legends has felt like since then. This game has been out for 5 years now, and is still basically the same game. They changed it up a little bit, I guess. They changed it so that they don't even release a new legend every season. Sometimes there's not even anything to look forward to. They added control mode, which had that was a whole weird thing with releasing that. They released gun run, they released another mode, or I forgot what it was called. They release these as full-time modes, okay, now, in like season 16 or 17, something like that. And really, that did nothing. That is the only changes they have done in 5 years. Like, legitimate, game-changing changes that have really happened is them adding a rotating LTMs mode, which isn't even really rotating when it's the same 3 game modes. It's the same 3 game modes that are kind of boring and have really no depth to them. It's the same game modes. They have not changed since they were released a year ago. It's the same crap, to put it frank. And again, do I have numbers to support this? No. But this is what I think. This is how I feel every time I log into Apex. Every time I get on, it's the same game. There's nothing different. I can log in 2 seasons later, and I know it's going to be the same game. Okay? So, and that is really the problem with Apex and a lot of other games too, is just the lack of content that is being produced. And it really comes down to, again, people being greedy. Okay? Many video game companies, EA for example, likes to change things, sure, but it's with the monetary value. It's with the monetization of the game. It's not because they actually care. It's not, hey, let's throw in some new LTMs maybe for LTM mode. It's not, hey, let's add a new competitive scene because Team Deathmatch is really popular, so maybe we can make a ranked mode out of that. It's not, hey, maybe instead of for a season we make Battle Royale an LTM, and instead we start promoting this, bomb site mode. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas for Apex. That could be a whole nother video. It's how can we get the most money out of these players. It's what collabs can we do. It's what can we change with the battle pass? What can we make out of the battle pass? And of course, a company has to make money. I'm in full support of that. A company has to make money. A company has to do what they do, especially with a free service game. Gotta make money somehow, right? Well, okay, but we're not gonna make a good game that I'm willing to spend money on. Simply put, I'm not willing to spend money on Apex because I don't enjoy the game. It really does, and it sucks to see this because I used to love this game. And then I realized that it was the same crap over and over again. And then another thing they started doing was legitimately balancing the legends. When you see balance changes, yeah, okay, sometimes you want a character to be less broken. But you want meta changing stuff. You don't want the same meta over and over again, or for just what Apex kind of did was they nerfed and balanced the characters so much that they weren't good anymore. None of the characters were good. And I understand that the abilities weren't supposed to be the main part of the game, but they were. That's what it ended up being like, and they didn't embrace that. And they started balancing the guns, and they started doing all that when the guns are the guns. They don't matter that much. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, of course you don't want like a super busted gun, but nobody's playing Apex Legends because the Spitfire got a 2 damage reduction. Nobody. I want to see Fuse become the most broken character in the game. That's what I want. So, I think when you kill a game, or when you destroy a game, it comes down to monetary value a lot of times. It comes down to the company wants to make more money. Again, Apex is another great example of this. Making their battle pass, doing all the changes they did with that. If you don't know, you don't know, and you can look it up. Doing all the changes with that, and not making a good game. Not changing their game. Not adding in new modes. Ever. No new modes. Not adding in new LTMs. Even the LTMs they do add now are just the gun run with a fancy hat. That's it. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. So, I don't really understand the point. I don't really understand the vision with Apex, but games that do this. They have a great game, have a great concept, great movement. Why can't we put Apex Legends and have a Rainbow Six Siege like not Rainbow Six Siege, but like that type of mode? Why can't we do a competitive bomb site mode? Apex had arenas. That was good. They just needed to change it up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting. And instead they just killed it. Instead of actually trying to fix the problems that were within it. that really comes down to the problem. I've talked about Apex a lot, obviously, because I feel like it's just the perfect example of what not to do in a video game and have a good video game and kill it. I think another thing I want to talk about is multiverses. I love this game. I love this game in the beta. And then when it came out, it just wasn't good anymore. They changed all the parts that the community liked about it and did stuff that the community didn't want, basically. And like changing the speed of the game. That was probably one of the biggest things. I love the speed of multiverses in the beta. Maybe it was a little too fast. Like a little too fast. But they did not... It needed to be a little bit faster than Super Smash Bros. To make it different. That's it. That's it. It needed to be a little bit faster. They added a couple new characters. I think more could have been added. And they added a lot from the same IP. Instead of really expanding, which might be a Warner Brothers issue. But really, we don't know. And that's what happened. They just kept stuff on the same IP, right? So, instead of really changing the game and adding more content, they focused on like the battle pass and taking forever to actually unlock a character and doing all of this instead of actually adding new maps, instead of actually, fixing the speed, instead of actually balancing some of the characters and making really cool content. They just made a pay-to-win system, kinda. Or a grindy game. And then I'm not even going to talk about all the problems that came out with the bugs and the issues and that whole game completely being not ready to even come out. Which again goes into the monetary value. Warner Brothers probably wanted the game out now. Game didn't have time to develop. They wanted the money and it failed. Unfortunately, this is what happened to games. The art of killing a game comes down to money. Are you going to... Of course, every company needs to make money. I'm not saying that at all. But are you going to focus on, the monetary side so much that you ignore your players? Or are you going to focus on the players that give you that money? Because when you make a good game, and you can just add a little bit of content, throw some cool skins at them, throw a new game mode in, make sure your game doesn't crash every 5 minutes, and maybe you'll get a little bit of money out of it. Maybe that's a hot take, though. Maybe that's a hot take. Apex, again, I truly love that game. Multiverses, I love too. But Apex, I'm really sad is dead. I don't really play it. I mean, we might stream it a little bit. We might do that. I don't really play it much anymore, and I love it. But it's just not good anymore. And I have a lot of ideas for how to fix it. Again, that's its whole other video. I think I should end the video here. It's getting a little bit long. And again, First Descendant content is coming later. And hopefully we'll be streaming soon, someday, out on Twitch. I'm going to be linking Twitch. I'm going to be making a Twitch account, all of that good stuff. So if you did enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And maybe if you want a video on how I would completely fix Apex Legends, I'd be more than willing to make that. This was how to kill a game.